Welcome to Tech Loom, and today I want to talk to you about something. If you live in Nigeria, you will know that power, electricity, is something big. Imagine all the iPads, all the technology all over the world. You can't use them if you don't have electricity. So, what's all this? But in Nigeria, you can hardly have electricity the way you want it. And that brings me to what I want to talk about today. This issue is one issue that is everywhere right now. Everybody are talking about it. Everybody are trying to do something like it. Everybody wants to queue in to it. But one little thing, it is very expensive. Very expensive. To some big boys, some huge big politicians, it may not be expensive, but to the average man on the streets of Nigeria, it is totally out of the way. Okay, now let's introduce this. Solar panels. Solar panels. Now, you may start asking me, what do you do with solar panels? Yes, it is some kind of stuff that brings light from the sun. It brings light from the sun, or brings power, bring electricity from the sun. And then you use it to power, maybe charge your phones, charge your iPads, charge your iPod, iPhones, and so on. But I know people that own iPhones, many of them can afford normal generators, and maybe when the power companies refuse to give you something to work with, just use your generators, which are so noisy, very, very noisy, deafening. So these guys, I never trusted solar panels when the whole thing was all over the place in Nigeria, but I decided to give it a try. So I decided to study about them, and my studies led me to buy this one, and I bought many other solar products, including the lights that come with solar panels, and stuff like that. In fact, I have lights right now that work solely on solar panels. They don't use electricity, they don't use normal power from the power companies. They only rely on normal electricity. So somehow I came to discover what it means to be energy sufficient. This light never goes off. Yes, it doesn't work. It doesn't, power so many things. But it was able to charge my phones. I put it on. It's all over. It's always, on the sunlight. The panels are outside, and I get to charge my phones. Every day I come home when there's no electricity on from the power companies. I'm able to use them and charge my phones. So somehow I was like, now, wow. Why don't I make this possible with my TV, with my computers, with my, every other thing? Why can't I power up my house with this? Then I went to the market. Wow. I went to the market. I went to the dealers of this product. When I heard the prices, oh my God, I decided not to even think about it. I had this issue of high temperatures. It's all over the place. Everywhere the temperature was too high, and you can't even have a good sleep because the temperatures will halt the sleep for you. It makes the sleep very terrible. So I thought about how do I find a solution to this? I have to do something. So I just had to cough out some money in so much money, like 300,000 naira, to set up a solar system. But to be very frank with you, the whole thing was very, very miraculous. I mean, it was beautiful. Yes, all the money spent, but it was like the issue of having power in my house was over. Not completely over though, because I still have to run my AC with my air conditioners with the power, or sometimes with generators because of such heat. But basically, I could power my laptop. I could power my TV. I could watch television 24 hours and stuff like that. So it was beautiful. And in this series, I want to give you more on how these things work. You need to understand that solar power or solar panels or the power you get from this is not totally sufficient. I need to explain to you the pros and cons of this. But I swear, if you get it right, you're going to enjoy the power you get from solar panels. Of course, it's expensive, and I'm going to tell you why it is expensive. I'm going to show you the bits of it that makes it expensive. I think there are a lot of options which I'm going to introduce to you here, like the MTN 24 hours power option and other options. I'll also show you the pros and cons of all these options. Then you make up your mind on what to do with them. But I want you to seriously consider this if you live in Nigeria, or if you want to make your own off-grid backup power, with these solar panels. So I want to encourage you to try and think about it. Think about the leverage you can get using this. So, and that is it. So I want to welcome you again to TechLoam, and I want you to stay tuned to TechLoam because you'll be getting more reviews and you're going to be getting more tips on variety of things that matter to you. So I want you to stick on. I want you to subscribe right now so that you get more from us.